Hello YouTube and welcome back to part 14 of 20 for our X-rated Battle Royale. Now, as something I've kind of alluded to a little bit throughout doing parts of RageCon is that a lot of the songs, especially the Shogun Showdown Battle Royale, is largely going to be sort of I was looking forward to watching the Olympics this year. I was looking forward to watching all the action take place in Tokyo or possibly all over Japan, and I don't know whether or not Hirosaki itself was going to host any of the events themselves. I'm not entirely sure exactly what the land is technically like at Hirosaki, whether or not it's whether or not it's around mountainous territory or whether or not it's on particularly flat plains or something like that. But the point is that there's going to be a lot of J groups coming up on. It will probably over the next couple of videos. There's going to be a lot of these guys, and we are going to kickstart that with the Human Share Brigade themselves, Nigen Isu. Now, I would like to point out, just before we go any further, is that I genuinely do not know what album this is meant to be from. I don't know if it's meant to be, because it said somewhere in the description that this is meant to be something 30 at the end of it. So I don't know whether this is meant to be celebrating 30 years of this album, in which case I think at least 2 of the members were changed here or there. I'll make sure to launch an investigation myself pretty much during the second half of this video. But for the most part, we're here to pretty much do one thing only. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, the links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Nigen Isu's Love Nirvana. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to love Nirvana, but that's besides the point. In 3, 2... 1 second, I've got to... There's 2 petrol-powered lawnmowers just going on outside my window. 3, 2, 1, and... And the beast is awake. This chair does not want to be sat on. Don't pretend you've got clean underwear on, guys. I know you're lying. I see you. I know. Oh boy, this is gonna be one of those, isn't it? Okay, so I'm pretty sure this must have... No, this is going to be the same lineup anyway, because pretty much everybody is here. Oh god, what's... The Chinese... The name for Chinese vampire. I keep forgetting this name. No, everyone looks here. The badass professor, the Yakuza warlord, and J. Neil Peart over here. Actually, you know what? Just for my benefit as well, I'm gonna put the subtitles on. I don't know what technical difference it's gonna make, but you know what? I just for the sake of it, there you are.
抱いて激しく抱いて植えた獣が獲物食らうくらい朝も夜も時間を忘れて空に鳥が羽ばたくみたいにバラを胸に翼広げ飛んでゆく愛の
And the thing's stunning already. That didn't take long at all. Yeah, let me just try and refresh the thing and things running back as normal. Sorry about that, guys. Bloody hell! One second here, guys. This is 140. We've got to basically get to. Okay, you know what? Oh. I was about to say we can make the time and just talk about what we've heard so far, but I think I'll leave that near the end. Take off our clothes, shirts and everything. This went from like almost like a very innocent look at love, and now they are like almost at the very beginning they're getting down to business. That's what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting down to it. Oh. Love is death. Yes, I know what Eros and Thanatos are supposed to be. Jesus, like, where are they going with this?
で呼吸止まるくらい僕を抱いてみだらに抱いて夜の娼婦が手の尽くすくらい知恵も見栄も体裁なですで海に川が流れるみたいに夢に溺れ手と手つなぎ落ちてゆき愛のニルバーナ愛のニルバーナ
Did these guys just channel Zach de la Roche? That's it, guys. I'm absolutely. Whew. Oh boy. Released Christmas Day 2019. Wow. Oh god. That guy's was Love Nirvana, but you know what I'm beginning to think to myself? And I absolutely have no idea what the hell I was even thinking about when making the suggestion. Because I've literally just come to this, this idea literally just like 5 seconds ago. That realistically, I think Love Nirvana by Nigen. The song is actually really, really simplistic, but it's not about making it simplistic. I half feel like, well, yes, making it easy to understand is a good part for just about any song. Like, if you want to make things really simple, you just want to make a very, very strong hard rock song, then that's completely within your own rights to do. I'm not gonna be the one to tell Nobu, Shinji, or what was Nobu, Shinji, or Kenichi. I'm not here to tell them what any of these guys can do. Not at all. But what I think is really strange is that they had the idea that reaching Nirvana through the act of love, love or otherwise, like physically, sexual intercourse and all that. But what's better is that you want to know what I think is a really, really good example of what I'd imagine, like, what I would picture Love Nirvana is like. For any of you guys know the song The Four Horsemen by Metallica, I challenge you guys to literally go back, listen to that song, only listen to the music only. You don't take all the lyrics out and just listen to it from a purely musical perspective, because there's like nearly 2.5 whole minutes where there's this beautiful solo where it is one of the best examples I can imagine where two people are making love to each other. In Love Nirvana, however, it is so heavy and it is so direct in the case of Love is Death and Death is Love, that there's like some sort of like correlation between these two. This isn't really so much a song about love. This is a song about loving the act of making love and loving the fact that there is death to be found in this. That once you die, you could be literally on your way to Nirvana. You could be on your way to heaven, where you can make love all you want. Maybe there's some sort of like attraction in all of this in this madness, and I call it madness because when you think about it, when you hear lines like Eros is Thanatos and Thanatos is Eros, like, Who are people out there that are so obsessed with loving the concept of death? Like, what on earth does that sort of thing entail? The idea that, well, one, technically death is about as necessary in life as it is to live. And I've said this for a while now, but there are only two like main definitives in life. You are born, you live, and then you die, and there's nothing else. You are born is the day you are born is the very beginning of your life, and the day you die is the very last day of your life. There's nothing on earth that can change that. Not so much as a rebirth. That's not quite the same thing. But what I wanted to bring this back to Love Nirvana is for a very specific reason. Why are there such people out there in this world that are obsessed with death or obsessed with love? I mean, I understand that it's... Again, I don't even think this is even anyone's intention. Certainly not Kenichi, certainly not Shinji, certainly not, maybe not Nobu either. But do you think it was their intention to sort of like maybe create this idea that there are people who are obsessed? I think obsession really is almost at the heart of this, and I'm asking you guys this because do you think this was their intention or not, to create a song that was more or less about what I consider to be obsession, that it's possible for two people to be so unbelievably obsessed with each other or obsessed with a concept that it becomes almost their mission in life, and they become so tantalizing, enraptured in what's happening right now because 30th anniversary best album would be released. Wow, is the 30th album literally just called best album? Let me look into this a little bit more. Accept notice. Nigen. It's literally just called 30th anniversary, but let me just check again. Amazon Music. 30th. The album is literally just called best. Motherfucker. 45. That's for a 45 quid album. Damn. That's like nearly 120,000 yen in comparison. I think, or at least I think it is. Damn. Now, here's something else I just wanted to make sure as well, is that, you know what I think is really, really strange? And I'm going to absolutely, cool my jets a little bit with Love Nirvana. And you know what? I think there's a very real point to this. I reckon there's a point when you're having sexual intercourse with somebody, whether it's somebody you love or somebody you have very strong physical attractions towards, perhaps the person you're making love to is ridiculously beautiful, or anything like that, and you feel as if you could be in this position forever where you're happy, she's happy, and you're enjoying being in each other's company very, very physically, then is there really a need for anything else? I've mentioned, in one other song before, I think it was, Tree of Woe. No, actually, you know what? Tree of Woe is actually a very good comparison to Love Nirvana. For those who don't know, Tree of Woe is a song by an indie group called Acid Mammoth. And I described Tree of Woe as a song that is played after making love. Where all you want to do is just sit with someone and just never get up. You just want to be in that position forever. But the thing is that Tree of Woe it's sort of like what happens after, almost immediately after the act of sex itself. Love Nirvana seems to have this idea that they are so obsessed with each other that they devolve almost and seem to almost have love things, but in a very, very... Oh God! Almost in a very, very concrete sort of idea. I mean, let me give you an example right now. Take off our clothes, shirts, and everything, like butterflies dance around flowers, promising the everlasting loves. Our arms open wide. We are going back to. They are going back to what they are going back to. Primeval, medieval approaches, so that it's one is dominant, one is submissive, and these two are just literally, guys. Am I making sense about all this? I don't know if I am, but you know what I do? I feel like I can understand exactly what they're going for, but the problem is that it's... I mean, guys, I feel as if, like, this is like one of those songs where I have to relate to times when, you know, I've, you know, had sexual intercourse myself. But you know what? I feel as if, like, that's why I'm finding it very, very hard to express exactly what these feelings could be like. But you know what? I'll keep things relatively separate and very, very simple for this. When you've actually had sex with someone, you know what? I think because there's things between like good sex and bad sex. Bad sex is when you don't feel anything for it. Great sex is where you feel a lot of things for your partner, and you can tell your partner feels a lot of things for you too, and you want to satisfy each other. There is some kind of like neutral connection that you two have with each other. That is where you know you've almost like reached Nirvana. You've met perhaps the most beautiful woman in the world, and all you want to do is, well, in the words of the late great... Oh god, yeah. What is that? Who's that singer? I've just got to... I'm so sorry about this, guys. I just got to make sure. Certainly, it wasn't Willie Nelson. It was... I'll know immediately who this is when it comes up. In the words of the famous Etta James song, all I want to do is make love to you. I would say it's a little bit more of a harder core look at something like that, and Etta James is one of the most... Okay, I'll tell you what. Take a look at this song almost like in two levels. Like, you've got the extreme where you love it so much where you wish you could just die, so you could literally die in absolute heaven. That's Love Nirvana. On the other side, you've got Etta James singing "At Last." You've got... That's because Etta James actually sings... There's a lot of her stuff that revolves around sex, but it's in that sense of you've just reached heaven. The G-spot is God, and God is the G-spot. Guys, talking about sex in songs is really... I think it's a fascinating thing to talk about, because why can't there be more like discussions about sex in metal songs? I mean, pop music, they have absolutely no bother with the singers, you know, literally flashing their bodies for all the world to see. So you know what? But the difference is that metal music, and to a large extent Etta James, is that they sing as if they know exactly what they're talking about. They're openly talking about sex and openly talking about love and obsession. Now, and there are literally hundreds of songs I've done about obsession before, like one really good one by the Arctic Monkeys. There was like others. There's stuff like from Nirvana and stuff like Iron Maiden, Metallica as well, that tackle these subjects as well. But I feel like for whatever reason, Nigen they know what their fan base would like to hear, and they have their appeal as much as any other. It's just another side of the discussion you can have, and I fancy we should let them do it. If music be the fruit of love, let them play on. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. I apologize for the pauses in the middle of the video. Sometimes these things happen. I do apologize. Please make sure to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Love Nirvana yourself by Nigen. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to love you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.